realized recently that there are almost 10,000 of you following this account. We're going to hit it, which is crazy to me. I love you. Thank you for hopping on the weird bandwagon. I love that I'm like creating this community with you all of loving differences and kindness and laughter and weirdness and celebrating individuality and all of those things. I really think it's why I get up every morning, because I want to create a world where you can just like be yourself and be weird and find the funny in situations that maybe not everybody would find funny. So one of you gave me this idea for a video and I love it, so let's do it. It's going to be an Ask Pam Anything series. An Ask Me Anything, Ask Pam Anything. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but you can ask me anything. Post your questions below in this video and I'll pick a few of them to answer. And if I pick yours, I'll give you a shout out and I'll answer your question on videos. And every time I do it, post more questions and I'll keep picking them. You can ask me anything from questions about Tourettes, comedy, my dating life, what I had for dinner, anything, really anything. I hope you hear that as a challenge. Please do. Nothing's off limits. I'll pick the ones that make me giggle or are meaningful or make me uncomfortable, and I'll answer them. So truly, nothing is off limits. Get weird. Have a good time. To get us started, I thought I'd tell you 3 things you probably didn't know about me. Here we go. You hear my stomach growling? She's like, I'm hungry. We know. I hear you. Jeez. So that's a good first fun fact about me. I am a horrible cook. Horrendous. Remember that show, The Worst Cooks in America? I was in the running for that show because other people submitted me for that show. But that show was based on the idea that you had to learn to cook, and I really think they thought I just was not capable. I'll post a photo of my dinner from 2 nights ago. That meal is 2 turkey hot dogs, 1 wrapped in American cheese, 1 shoved with, inserted with sharp cheddar, and then like a ketchup red seed down the middle. And I enjoyed it because I made it. I'm a bad cook. In my old apartment, the fire department asked me to stop trying to cook because every time I tried, I set the fire alarm off. At this place, I've moved the fire alarm away from the kitchen because I too have set it off, I would say every 4 nights that I try cooking. But here I can make eggs, which make me a little sick. We're trying to figure out why. I'm going to keep eating them. And I can make the heck out of roasted vegetables. And then I have what's called a signature dish, and it is, my family makes fun of me for it because it's disgusting. It involves tuna and processed cheese. It's truly bad. It's a bad situation, my cooking. So that's fun fact. Another fun fact. I am a stand-up comic, but what most of you don't know is that I also am a child advocate. In addition to having Tourette's and becoming a self-advocate over the years, I have a master's degree in child advocacy and public policy, and I focused all of my work on using creativity as a way to teach young people self-advocacy tools. I loved school. I still love school. I'd love to go back and get a PhD. But I love that when I tour with my one-woman show about like comedy and storytelling with the difference, I often get hired at corporate communities or colleges or schools or for parents or religious communities. And with this education background, I'll then lead workshops. So I'll do workshops on creating more inclusive community, on mental health, on getting creative to make your space something that everyone feels like they belong. And that's what I'm trying to bring to YouTube. And our numbers are growing, so I feel like maybe it's working. I'm trying. I'll tell you this. I won't tolerate y'all being mean to each other in the comments. I've not been drinking. I will not tolerate you all being mean to each other in the comments. So far, I think we've only had 1 or 2 offenders. I don't care if you're mean to me. I can take it. I'm a comedian. But like, I will do a video on that, by the way. But don't be mean to each other, because that's not the community we're creating here. And the final fun fact for the night, although again, going to be answering all of your questions, or as many as I can get to. I think at this point 4 or 5 years ago, decided to make a health change. I didn't feel healthy. I'm a big believer in body positivity and that you can be healthy and happy at any weight. But at a certain point in my life, I realized I wasn't healthy. And that's okay. That's an okay thing to realize. And so I decided to learn to work out and get healthy. I got a trainer. I'll talk about that in another video. I lost a lot of weight, but it's not about the weight for me. It was about feeling healthy. But the fun fact is that I went from someone who really didn't work out at all to someone who really, really, really loved working out. But my favorite workout had to be as weird as I am. So my favorite workout is that I get in costume, anything weird that I have, and I pick a building in Manhattan where I live, and it has to be a building with more than 30 flights of stairs, and I run from the bottom to the top between 1 and 3 times, according to how many. If it's 30 flights of stairs, I'll probably do it 3 times. If it's 60 flights of stairs, probably 1 or 2. And I run from the bottom to the top in costume. But here's the thing. This is how it started. The first time I ran a big number of stairs, I was dressed normally in workout clothes. And I realized on my way up that like every 2 to 5 floors had cameras on the floor. And I'm a performer. So every time I saw that camera, I took a break from running stairs and I did something weird. Think river dancing. Think tap dancing. Think some hip hop. Think like a lip syncing competition with myself. Something weird. Something weird. Remember, I picked a random building in Manhattan to run up and down. So I did all of the flights. I went back down. I was leaving and I heard security go, "Miss?" And I turned around because I was like, oh my God, I'm about to get in so much trouble. And I turned around and he goes, "Yeah." And I decided, that's it. That's my workout of choice. Finding a way to be weird. Getting a little bit entertainment-y while I go. And sometimes doing it in costume and or makeup. So, yeah, I feel like I had to learn to love working out, but I had to find things that were as weird as me. So at this point, there's a lot of fun things that I do to work out, but at least when COVID's not happening as much, I will get weird. I will pick a building in the city, and I will run up and down it, and I will get weird the whole way. So if you work security in New York City, there's like a solid chance you've witnessed this, and I am both sorry and also not at all sorry. Not even a little bit. You should do it with me. We can all run together. So with that, those are 3 random facts you didn't know about me. Maybe, I don't know, unless you stalk me, please don't. I'll do more. I'll do more another day. But for real, drop all your comments below, all your questions below. Ask me anything. And again, if yours is picked, I'll give you a shout out. I'll tell everyone whose question I am answering, unless you don't want me to, in which case include that in the question. And we'll keep building this community of people who like embrace themselves and are finding love for who they are, whatever makes them them, and letting our weirdness shine. And thank you for being one of the early people on here, and I'm just so thankful. And we'll keep getting weirder together, and I will probably get accidentally more inappropriate. Trying not to, though. Trying not to.